Last time on Sailing WildChild, we crossed Lake Ontario from Port Weller up to Big Sandy Beach at the end of Lake Ontario. Nice sail day, and at night we get some stormy situation. We dropped the anchor 10 to midnight, and we were tired and glad to do that. The next morning we lift the anchor very early to start our way to get to the Thousand Island. It was beautiful day, sunny, and the noise you're going to hear a little bit later, that's the sound of an engine or needs some work. Okay, yesterday we had the engine a few times was overheating. The alarm rang for overheated engine. So last night we opened, we thought that maybe the thermostat or maybe the impeller. So we opened the engine, we look at the impeller, and the impeller looked great, except there was one pound basically. Instead of going that way, it was crooked the other way, and all the other one was on the right way. So we fixed back, bring it back to normal, close everything, and we give grease, a little bit of grease in the impeller. And we're looking at the engine now. It's stay between 170, it's going to 180 slowly, but it's working perfectly. So we think that that was the problem.
The wind speed is 9 knots. The wind didn't really become 9 knots, but our direction, so the calculation that it makes to estimate the wind, true wind speed is a calculation. TWS, true wind speed, this is a calculation. This isn't what the anemometer on the top actually reveals. So this is not always right. So we have the instruments doing its best to guess what our true wind speed by thinking this is sometimes it's wrong. Sometimes the apparent wind is right and it's wrong. This screen shows you
You're on. Tell me what you think.
On the camera right now, it's recording what you said. You just stuck a camera in your face and said talk.
There you go. You're busy. What do you think about sailing?
Oh, sailing I think is like disease. So
It's like infection.
like infection.
It's a good disease.
It's a good disease. Yeah, a good disease. It's hard to cure.
So why did you decide to jump in with us?
Well, I met you guys a few weeks ago in Port Coburn, and I think
And you noticed that we were infected too.
And we saw your boat, and it looks great. I just talked to my friend. That boat have to make some distance.
Yeah.
But we talk a little bit, and just you guys let me know you're going around the world.
Yeah.
So which is great. I think it's great.
So we're very happy to have you on board. So
Thank
you
you.
join us for a short days or two.
Yeah.
So we appreciate that.
So
yeah, I agree with you. The disease is very deep. Right? There's no cure.
No cure. At least you buy the boat and do the dream.
There you go. That night at the City Dock of Brockville, we had dinner with some guests. We had great fish and chip, the best one in Brockville.
Good morning. Hi, Coda Bear. So, sailing is as fun as we always thought it would be. It's very difficult sailing in very narrow channels. it's different. You look out, and maybe later we'll pan and show you the lake. We're in this great big open lake, and we've been all day yesterday. We're in this big open lake, and it's 2 feet deep with this narrow little channel 100 feet wide. That's 30 feet deep for the ships. When you're sailing in a big open lake, but you're in 100 foot wide, it's like sailing up a river. You have no room to tack, no room to maneuver. When a ship is coming, you don't really have any place to go, and you just get pounded by it. Yesterday we ran down this giant lake down the St. Lawrence River. It was probably 2 kilometers wide, but it was 3 feet deep in most of it, and we had to run in this narrow little river. The wind was crazy. There was lots of storms. We were between 20 and 30 knots of wind, probably 18 to 30 knots of wind, averaging at 20, and we were running like it was dead behind, and we were running trying not to jibe. We're going balls to the wall, 20 knots of wind, 8-9 knots of speed, no ability to maneuver and no way to take the sails down. It's a new kind of sailing for us. We're used to Great Lakes sailing, big open body of water, lots of room, lots of depth. You can maneuver your boat anything it needs. When you're sailing down a tiny little river in strong winds, it's a very different experience. But we're a good crew and we figured it out. It was actually really fun. And like when we performed our maneuvers to drop sails and stuff, we had a 100 foot wide channel. We had to come bam, like full around 180 into the wind, drop the sails in like 60 seconds, and then get it back off again, running downwind in 25-30 knots of wind as storms were coming through. It was exciting, challenging, stressful, difficult, and fun because we're sailors. We love sailing. And then we arrived at the locks yesterday. There was a double lock yesterday. We thought, great, we arrived at 3:30. That's 30 miles by 3:30. Great. Do this lock, maybe go a little further. There was a 2.5 hour delay to get in. There was an hour delay once we were in. It was dark by the time we left. So we ended up in the dark, having to come around the corner at the bottom of the last lock, just tuck into the nearest place to anchor. And you saw from the video footage earlier, the sailboat that rafted off to us, full of kids, like some kind of scouting adventure thing, rammed our boat and they did damage to our dinghy. But they've been very good about it, so we're going to meet them at their yacht club tonight and they're going to help us repair our dinghy. So far things are good, so hopefully this turns out well because we really need that dinghy. Bye, Bear. Are you doing a video?
Take it to film there. You can talk at the same time. Yeah. So it's pretty rolly. We're running. Sometimes it's a little bit of the beam or between beam and running, but you see the big ship is going to pass us. This is the narrow. We're just outside the channel.
Don't put your head up.
There you go, we're on the squall. Yeah, big wind. We just dropped the mainsail a few minutes ago and riffed the Jenny. Smart decision.
We just got the boat under control, switched off main to a reef Jenny. That way it would be easier to control, and bam, we got hammered.
Look at the wave. So we're approaching bridge. We'll wait at the that will pass anyway shortly. So, but look at that. This is Lake Saint Francois. Pouring rain, it's crazy.
Keep your head down, keep your head down.
You see the Jenny is reefed. What's the speed, honey?
19 over 7.3 knots.
19 over 7.3. So, climbing. So, you have puff of wind, of course. So you need to be attentive to the weather and what's coming. So. This is a picture of the Sea Scout of Montreal just before entering the lock. After you see the position of a boat, sailboat, and they hit our davit and damage our dinghy. Traffic in the St. Lawrence Seaway after the Valleyfield Bridge. Now it's the St. Louis Bridge that you see further. There's a power boat there. Very nice people. They respect the sailboat, so that's great.
St. Louis Bridge, St. Louis Bridge, St. Louis Bridge. This is the sailing vessel WildChild approaching. Come in, please.
So at the end there you see it's Montreal. That's a green buoy at 2 o'clock. Narrow channel here. The red buoy is at 10 o'clock now. And it's very tight channel here. So at least there's no big ship. So it's a beautiful day. Beautiful day, sunny. It will get warmer today. It was 18 this morning, 18 Celsius. So, but during the day it will get warmer, around 28. It's supposed to be nice in Montreal for today's Thursday, so for the next 3 days it will be lovely. So now we're motoring. So this is the Pont Champlain in Montreal. So the canal basically it's on the south shore of Montreal. We pass a few bridges, so Pont Champlain, and we going to get to the last lock for that journey up to Montreal, and after that there's no more lock to be taken, just the St. Lawrence River. So I think that today compared to yesterday was a long day, very long day, but today it's what time is it now? 5 o'clock. So maybe we'll drop the anchor between 6:30, 7. So that will be an early day, and that will be great. Montreal, you hear the traffic, the noise. It's so different, and you see this is the Pont Champlain. The old bridge is not safe anymore, so they're building a new one, and this is the last lock before drop the anchor in Montreal. Nice view, enjoy. Family take the time to visit my brother Joel and my sister Hélène.